Iron Man is one of Marvel's most popular heroes, but he's gone through quite a few costume changes over the years, each with their own secrets and functions. We're going through a whole bunch of them in this one, so strap on your repulsor boots and get ready. For those of you who love ad-free viewing and free things, we're excited to announce the Premium Network. The Premium gets you early access to videos from CBR, The Gamer, Screen Rant, and many other great channels. Literally thousands of videos in one place with ad-free browsing. How sweet is that? Sign up for the Premium by clicking the link to start binge-watching videos from your favorite channels. Before we get started, why not click on the subscribe button? That way you'll get all the latest content from CBR every day on your homepage.
3, 2, 1.
Gizmos and gadgets. Tony Stark has a vast collection of Iron Man suits to choose from. Some of them offer different tactical advantages, some of them are merely upgrades on previous models. Despite this, there are some things that are exactly the same in just about every single suit. All the suits are made up of extremely durable material, yet despite being called Iron Man, there isn't any iron in his suits. Heck, most of the suit isn't even metal, but they are strong enough to be bulletproof. Each suit has a self-contained environment to ensure maximum protection, while also being powered by multiple sources in case one should ever fail. Case in point, the suit's solar power source, which has its perks and limitations in any given scenario. Weapons may vary from suit to suit and thus by function, but just about every suit Tony has uses repulsors in the hands, which allows him to shoot a blast straight out of his palms. Furthermore, the suits are all capable of flight thanks to the jet system that is installed in the boots of the Iron Man suit. The suits are also all connected to Jarvis, Tony's personal AI, and other forms of communication such as radar.
Take him to church.
The new 53. Tony likes to build things. A lot. He's always working to improve, perfect, and come up with new tools for his Iron Man suits. Sometimes the suits are implemented with new technology, other times it's for a specific function like stealth, underwater accessibility, or the Hulkbuster. He also has suits that are tailored for outer space, the Arctic, and even a symbiotic suit. In Marvel Comics' current universe, Earth 616, Tony Stark has at least 53 different models for his suits. That's a lot of time in the lab cooking up suits.
I don't know of anyone in the history of any superhero franchise who seems to have never run out of money.
But thanks to the power that is the Marvel Universe, in which there are other realities coexisting with the main narrative, Tony's actually built up quite a collection over space and time. Furthermore, each model has gone through multiple iterations before a new one gets built. Through research and development, the suits go through different stages before Tony's satisfied and picks a final version. He's also built suits for other people and in the MCU, and has come up with an impressive collection of suits, tallying up to the mark 45 on screen thus far, with more surely to come, if behind-the-scenes photos on the Avenger shoot are any indication, that is.
Okay, anybody on our side hiding any shocking and fantastic abilities they'd like to disclose?
Mixing it up. As we just mentioned, Tony has a fine collection of Iron Man suits in his disposal, but one has to expect things to get a bit dull if he were to constantly keep picking the same paint schemes for all his suits. Don't get us wrong, the hot rod red and gold is a classic look, but we're glad Tony opted to mix it up a bit on some of his other suits. Like most superheroes, the costume has changed right from the get-go. Tony's first Iron Man suit was actually gray, the Model 1, simply because it was made up of spare parts and salvaged material. Since then, he's had red and silver for the Silver Centurion armor, blue and silver for the Arctic armor, and black for the stealth suits. He also has a suit that's made entirely out of gold. We're not sure if he was trying to look like an Oscar statue, but if he was, well then, well done, Mr. Stark.
I don't want to see this on your MySpace page. Please, no gang signs.
Most of the suit colors indicate a function, so black makes perfect sense for a stealth mission, while bright gold would naturally stick out like a sore thumb on such an outing. It's best to leave that one behind on days like that.
Lesson 1. Never take your eye off.
Do you even lift, bro? On a regular day, Tony Stark is a pretty fit dude. When coupled with his Iron Man suit, though, he becomes even stronger than he was before. The suit by default is designed to make the wearer much stronger than he or she naturally is, but each of the different Iron Man suits allows different strength outputs. The Extremis armor set is one of Tony's most powerful suits. It was created when a biotech weapon was released upon the world and allows Tony to use the usual bells and whistles with an undersheath of nanotechnology. Extremis, in addition to the bonus defense defense stat allows Tony to become much stronger than he would be otherwise in a regular Iron Man suit. In fact, Tony's able to lift up to 100 tons with the armor. That's as much as the Hulk can when he's in calm state of mind. Speaking of the Hulk, Tony's strongest armor set is for sure the Hulkbuster armor, which can be seen in Age of Ultron. Designed solely with battling the Hulk in mind, it allows Tony to lift up to 175 tons. Disclaimer, don't try lifting that the next time you go to the gym. Ouch.
I'm sorry I'm late. What is that? You're wearing this in the house now?
Pepper. Did you know that Pepper Potts, Tony's longtime love interest, actually has her own iron suit? She's come a long way since her debut, when she was simply Tony's executive assistant and love interest. While she and Tony are still sharing chemistry together, she's developed into her own hero thanks to her own set of armor. In circumstances that are suspiciously similar to Tony's origin tale, Pepper is injured and was given some cybernetic enhancements in order to survive. Who should the inventor of these enhancements? Why, Mr. Stark, of course. With the new enhancements in place, Tony built her the Mark 1616. While not as powerful as the Iron Man suits, Pepper's loadout allows her to function as a really powerful and resourceful search and rescue team member, complete with some killer defense gear. She's not completely weaponless, of course, as she comes prepared to deliver some pain should the situation call for it. Time will tell if Pepper Potts will even return to the MCU and be able to don her own iron armor.
Eyes when you're coming out. That's what I was trying to tell you before.
Last we saw her, she was glowing red in Iron Man 3 and dishing out the pain, so it's not too crazy to see her making the jump to full-fledged hero. We'll just have to see if she ever gets back together with Tony and Marvel. We have liftoff. Most of Tony Stark's Iron Man suits are designed for an in-atmosphere engagement. This was shown to us in the first Iron Man film with Downey Jr. when his suit began to freeze over if it went too far away from the surface. Well, in the comics, that minor incident was only a temporary setback for Tony, and he naturally worked on a way to get rid of that weakness. He eventually created the space armor, which allowed him to enter space for missions that were a bit more out of this world. One of the major differences between the space suit and some of his regular suits was that the space suit came equipped with an enhanced life support system, something we're quite certain you'd need in the vacuum of space. The suit also had a greater propulsion system to help him navigate space, and was even more durable, as being taken out by space debris just wasn't in the cards for Tony. He used this particular suit with the Guardians of the Galaxy in the reboot comic series called Now. While he didn't team up with them in Volume 2, there is a chance that Tony could use the suit in the Infinity War, which will see Tony share the screen with the Guardians as well as dozens of other MCU characters.
This crazy car parked outside.
Oh, Mr. Parker.
Time to go stealth. Sometimes a situation requires a certain amount of finesse and discretion, and coming in hot with a red and gold suit might be drawing a bit too much attention onto oneself. Tony knew this and actually crafted 2 stealth suits to add to his collection, both of which were entirely black. The first one was the Model 7, which was created after Tony was detected flying on approach to a space station while using the space armor. The stealth armor may be light on Iron Man staples, it's less durable and doesn't have the same strength level as some of the other base suits, but thankfully there's a pretty sweet trade-off. Instead of being armed to the teeth, the stealth suit can actually absorb radar, and is also equipped with ECM jamming, higher grade cameras, and sensory gear and coolers for the boot jets, as to not be detected by heat seekers. Tony would later make another stealth suit, the Model 42, which was a big step up for the stealth suit. It came equipped with tasers, silent weapons, and holographic and light bending technology for better camo. We'd love to see Tony use a suit like this in the Infinity War in 2018 while going on a stealth mission against Thanos. Iron Man, for real. Deep down inside, everyone would love to have an Iron Man suit. President Obama even joked one time that he was in the process of maybe working on an Iron Man suit. Well, maybe he wasn't actually joking around when he claimed that during a press conference back in 2014. It should come to no surprise that the military has been working on ways to enhance their soldiers on the battlefield, working on the state-of-the-art exoskeletons and other new suits. In 2018, the U.S. Department of Defense is scheduled to unveil a new suit called the Talos, or Tactical Light Operator Suit. It's said to be a battery-operated suit that can be worn by any soldier in the field. The new suit is designed to allow soldiers to carry an extra 33 pounds of weight, stop bullets thanks to a liquid-based body armor, supplies oxygen to the soldier, has a heating and cooling system for the task at hand, and is embedded with their own computer, much like Jarvis from the comics. While it may not be able to fly yet, this sounds like something Tony would craft up in his shop.
How far are we from DC?
DC, 250 miles.
A flying car? Look up in the air. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a car. Yeah, Yeah, that's a car. Despite being a superhero and one of the top members of the Avengers, Tony Stark is still a genius playboy billionaire philanthropist with emphasis on the genius and billionaire parts. So it's understandable that things should get a bit wacky. While most billionaires prefer to simply buy their sports cars, Tony opted to build one as part of his Iron Man suit, because why not both? The Model 53 can be used as a normal sports car but can also be turned into the Iron Man suit with the help of repulsor turbines on the undercarriage. With a flick of the switch, Tony can go from Hot Wheels to Avenger in no time, complete with all the usual weapons. The car reforms itself around Tony's body, so he never has to move or adjust himself. The Iron Man suit's legs come from the back of the car, while the arms naturally come from the front. We hope Tony never had anyone riding shotgun when the car needed to transform. The car was ultimately destroyed by Warbringer, and Tony opted to not recreate it, citing it was a one-off deal. Green Lantern. Marvel and DC might be rivals and competitors, each with their own loyal fan bases, but that doesn't mean that the two super companies can't cross over from time to time. Whenever this happens, the comic in question gets published under the Amalgam banner to signify a crossover, and likely to avoid favoritism. One such crossover combined Iron Man and the Green Lantern to give us the Iron Lantern, aka Hal Stark. Instead of starting off with weapons, Hal Stark owned an aircraft business that was working on a new model when things went amiss, and Stark found himself on an alien planet. Well, that escalated quickly. The crash resulted in him having shrapnel in his body, forcing him to create a suit to keep him alive. But instead of using Tony Stark's weapons to make the suit, this version uses parts of an alien spaceship. The Iron Lantern suit combines the best of both Iron Man and Green Lantern, all the weaponry and gadgets of Tony, and all the powers like force fields, telepathy, plasma bolts, and the creation of energy constructs like Hal Jordan. Here's a guy you definitely wouldn't want to cross, because that's a lot of firepower behind that suit.
I guess. Because I'm your nuclear deterrent. It's working. We're safe. America is secure. You want my property? You can't have it. But I did you a big favor. I have successfully privatized world peace.
Thanks for watching our Iron Man video. What's your favorite Iron Man suit? Is there any particular reason why? Which suits do you hope Tony uses during the Infinity War? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe to our channel to get more awesome vids like this one added to your playlist. Thanks for watching.